right, my mathematician money wizards. The thing that we are going to do today is a lot of it's going to be review, so we get our skills really solid, but the other thing we're going to have in our math is word problems that require more than one step. So we are going to take a look at this problem and one other one today, just to practice thinking through a word problem. So the first one that we have here, I'm going to look at number 10 on the next page in your worksheets. This one says, Becca bought school supplies. Paper costs $1.90 and pencils cost $3.45. She gave the cashier a $5 bill and 2 quarters. How much money did Becca receive in change? So that's what I want to know, is how much change she got back from her purchase, but I have to do quite a few things before I can get there. So the first thing I want to do is I want to figure out how much money did she spend altogether. So I know that the paper cost $1.90 and the pencils cost $3.45. So what I need to do, excuse me, I'm about to sneeze, excuse me everybody, I need to add these two to figure out how much she spent. So let's go ahead and do this together. 0 plus 5 is going to give me 5. 9 plus 4, I know is going to be 13, so I'm going to put my 3 down here. Bring my 1. Before I add these, I'm going to go decimal point, decimal point, decimal point. Very good. Then I'm going to add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to go dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign. Am I done? No, you say. This is only how much she spent. So I'm going to put a little note for myself underneath here, and I'm going to put spent. That's how much she spent. Now I need to figure out how much money she gave to the cashier, because it tells me, I think, a little bit more. So she had a $5 bill and 2 quarters. Now this one I don't think that we need to write down, because we know 2 quarters is how much? Very good, it's 50 cents. So I'm going to do my dollar sign. $5 bill and 2 quarters is 50 cents. To find the answer of how much she received back in change, should I add these two numbers or subtract them? Good, I should subtract them. So I'm going to move this number over here, and then I'm going to put $5.35. And now this time I'm going to subtract. 0 minus 5 I cannot do, so I'm going to cross this off and make that a 10. 10 minus 5 I can do, and that's going to give me 5. 4 minus 3 will give me 1. And then before I do anything else, decimal point, decimal point, decimal point. 5 minus 5 is going to give me 0, and I can bring down my dollar sign. This is my answer for how much she received in change. Now, I just want us to think through here, what are some different ways that I could make 15 cents? One way I could do it is I could do a dime, which gives me 10, and a nickel, and that could give me 15. Or instead of doing that, if I really wanted to, I could count out pennies. I could do 15 pennies. I could do 1 dime and 5 pennies. Or I could do, if I wanted to use just nickels, how many would it be? Good, it would be 3. So just like we did on the first day on Wednesday, there's a few different ways that I could make 15 cents out of coins. So we're going to do one more. You don't need to go ahead and get this paper. I'm going to just pull it out here. I have my paper. Here is my next problem. Are we straight there? Hold on, I'm going to refold this a little bit just so it's nice and even on the screen for you guys. All right, Mom needed ingredients for cookies. Maybe you're so lucky and you are getting some cookies at your house. She bought flour for $1.95, chocolate chips for $2.75, and butter for $3.19. How much change did Mom receive from $10? So the first thing, we have a couple things we need to do for this problem. The first one is I need to figure out how much did she need to pay? What was her total price? So I'm going to go back through my word problem here, and I'm just going to, I like to underline my amounts that I'm adding. Now, the challenge is a little bit more because we have 3 numbers. When I increase in my number of add-ins, it's really important that I line everything up. So I'm going to start with $1.95, $2.75, and $3.19. And I'm adding all of these numbers. Now remember, you know me, I like to look for tens because it's just quick. So I know 5 and 5 is 10, and 10 plus 9 gives me, very good, 19. I'm going to put my 9 down, bring up my 1. I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to look for groups of 10. My 9 and my 1 give me 10. 10 plus 7 is 17. 17 plus 1 is 18. Can I just put 18 here? No way, you say. Just put the 8 and bring the 1 up. Before I add over here, decimal point, decimal point, decimal point. Good, decimal point. Now I can add 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign. Very good. Am I finished? No, you shout to me from your house. How much money did Mom give the cashier? Good. She gave the cashier $10. And how much money were all of her groceries? $7.89. Be very careful here when you write this subtraction problem. Don't start with your 7. I would say start with your 9 because you need to line up your place values. 9, and then we have an 8, then our decimal points, and our 7, and our dollar sign. So we should have a space here. Make sure you do that correctly because I'm going to show you if I was not careful and I just wrote this one, my numbers are not lined up, my decimal points aren't lined up, this is going to make me very confused and probably give me a wrong answer. Now, look at all these zeros. Don't panic, mechanic, you can do it. One step at a time. What I want you to do right now is I want you to pause the video and try and solve this on your own. Once you think you have the answer, turn the video back on and give it a try and see what you got. All right, my 0 here does not have enough. Goes next door, does not have enough. Goes next door, still does not have enough. Goes next door, so generous. Cross off the 1 to become a 0. This becomes a 10. Now, this 0 may borrow. My 10 becomes a 9. This becomes a 10. Now, this one may borrow. 9, 10. Now I can do some subtracting. Ooh, I forgot my subtraction sign. 10 minus 9 is 1. 9 minus 8 is 1. Decimal point, decimal point, decimal point. 9 minus 7 is 2. 0 minus 0 is 0. I can write the 0 if I want. You do not have to. Do not forget to bring down your dollar sign. What I would like for you to do today to practice these skills that we have learned is page 237. It's a review of some of the things we've been doing. So, in these problems, you just need to figure out how much money is there. Look closely though, you've got some $5 bills in here. This one, it says, cross out the exact money needed to buy one item at the price shown. I think those directions are a tad confusing. What you need to do, $6.57. They want you to cross out coins and dollars to make that much. You can cross it out if you want, or you can circle the bills that you would use. You could use a highlighter to mark the bills that you would use, but you need to use these bills and these coins here to create this amount, and use these ones here to create this amount. In these problems, you're adding and subtracting. Pay close attention to the sign. Down here, I suggest write it vertically. Write it vertically. You will make mistakes, I can almost guarantee it, if you try to do it horizontally. Write it, write it, write it. On the back, same thing. Find the value. Cross out the coins or highlight or circle to make these amounts. Add or subtract. If you were paying attention earlier, we did this one together. And then down here, we're going to do a little bit of comparing. Remember, if you get stuck, have trouble, have questions, give me a shout on Remind or on email, and you can save this paper in your folder, or you can send me a picture of it completed.